Good clap.
Perfect.
Okay, guys, let's talk about custards. I have two favorite custards.
Oh, we should argue.
TPA Vanilla Custard V2 and FA Premium Custard. Two really great custards, but very different uses.
Very?
I think so.
Okay.
They're two pretty comparable to me. I mean, they're different, but they're not 100% different.
See, when TPA Vanilla Custard V2 came out, everybody said, okay, this is the replacement for FA Premium Custard because it's hard to get in the US. So they were saying that you could use one for the other.
Oh no,
I don't think that at all. I think they're very, very different.
I don't think they're interchangeable, but they are pretty close in terms of the other custards that we have.
Oh yeah. It's the world of custards.
Yeah.
And those two.
Those two are different from the rest of those other ones shouldn't even really be called custards.
No.
These are the two that should be in the conversation.
These are the two that you need, and maybe flavor of vanilla pudding.
And maybe Capella. And then, maybe Babe Train. And maybe that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You always need more.
I don't know a lot about custards. It's not my favorite profile. Can I say something to ruin the video and you argue about how wrong I am?
Absolutely.
I choose premium custard when I want something more eggy, and I choose TPA when I want something more vanilla.
I don't know about the eggy part.
Yeah, I'd say maybe buttery.
I don't think that that FA Premium Custard is that buttery. I think it's full. So this is really hard to explain. I get a better mouthfeel from FA Premium Custard than I do TPA. And let me try to explain mouthfeel. Let's say that you have two ice creams. One is an ice milk, and the other is homemade ice cream. One is real dense and heavy, and the other is just light. That's how I kind of categorize FA Premium Custard. It's just denser, it's heavier.
Yes, it makes sense. I liked how dense or heavy Capella Vanilla Custard 1 was, but that one was too oily.
Like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, the vanilla in TFA is really good. And for me, the buttery note that's in Flavor Art Premium, I think it's cleaner, is what you're talking about. Like, it's richer. It does have more of like a cleaner mouth, or like it has better mouthfeel.
Better mouthfeel.
Even the vanilla in premium custard feels more light and bright compared to TFA, where the vanilla is more dark.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. For me, the premium custard, if I want a vanilla custard, and I want to use premium custard, I'm going to add another vanilla to that, because for me, there's not enough vanilla. TPA Vanilla Custard V2 has plenty enough vanilla.
Okay. So which one are you cranking up as a main part of a recipe?
If you want to build just a plain custard.
Right, because I only see it one way.
So if you want a very simple 2 or 3 ingredient custard recipe, I'm going to go with the TPA Vanilla Custard V2. That's what I'm going to go with.
Why?
Because I like my custards with vanilla in it.
Yeah.
The FA Premium Custard, sometimes I add it to a custard, but only to make it heavier.
I actually like them both together, kind of like what Folk Art's saying. Like, I used to use 2% of each, but like now that ratio is totally swayed. Like, I do like 3 and like maybe like 1% of like the premium, but like it's just you can't go the other way around, you know?
The time that I've used TPA higher than 2%, I get not too buttery, but like dappy.
Yeah, it's super rich. I mean, it's not the most ideal thing to crank over like 2-3%, but it'll get you there. I mean, you could do it.
Which one would you use for a bakery?
I think it totally depends on what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a cookie, I don't know. I'm probably gonna use premium.
Yeah, that's what I would do too, because when you're adding it to a bakery, you want to try to add maybe some softness to it, some richness to it, without adding other stuff, which the TPA is going to bring the vanilla.
Yeah, maybe premium custard, the vanilla is brighter, but in TPA is sharper.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I get that warmness. It's because it's more like a more present vanilla, more dark vanilla.
Even if you want to like richen up an ice cream, it still is going to depend. Like sometimes I might go with premium, but I think most of the time I'm going to go with TFA too.
Oh.
It depends on what the other layers are. So if I'm using Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream, I'm not going to go with premium because they're both already super rich.
In terms of sweetness, which one do you like more?
I think TFA is definitely sweeter.
Yeah, it is.
If you're going to like dial these two into like a custard category, then like TFA comes up as kind of being the watery one. Premium is more rich. It's more dappy. It's fuller. Where TFA, it's got like a really nice vanilla, but everything else is a little bit thinned out on it. Just of the two. I mean, if you were to put that against any other custard, it's way richer.
That's the major differences that I see between the two. One is a heavy, quote, buttery kind of feel. The other is a dense, vanilla-y kind of feel.
It's one that I could see you building around, like, pretty easily. You might have to add like 2 or 3 other things, and you could have a decent custard, and it's not going to need a whole lot of steep.
TPA.
Yeah, TPA.
There's many times in a recipe that I'll mix it up, and I'll think, well, it just feels a little thin. It feels a little like it's lacking something, especially if it's some type of cream profile. And the first thing that I grab is premium custard, FA premium custard. It's the first thing that I pick. I normally do not pick TPA.
Yeah, premium custard in low percentage could be more neutral.
It's kind of like a blank canvas.
Mm-hmm.
It seems out of place in a lot of recipes that you may be like, why are they putting custard in here? It's like, well, you're kind of using it for, maybe it's just kind of knocking some of the edges off of some of the brighter fruits, and it's just kind of adding like a little bit of a slight greasy note, or, you know, maybe it's doing something a little bit too, we use it a lot with Inaware biscuit.
Because it's fat, but it's smooth.
Yeah.
It's a very useful flavor for many different profiles, not only custards.
If someone only has FA premium custard and want to build a very rich regular custard, but they need that vanilla, do you think that something like Capella French vanilla is something they can use, or is going to be too much?
I think that is an excellent idea. I've done that in many of my custards, not only using premium custard, but adding in just like 0.25% to 0.5% Capella French vanilla. It almost turns it into a TPA vanilla custard V2.
So you think that people need to buy both?
You definitely need TFA version 2 and you need a custard premium.
Yes,
For sure.
you need both.
Scene.